This is one of a number of videos that describe how to get a business application up onto the internet, up onto the web. This is my home page, paulbretherick.co.uk, and if you'd like to give my dynamic web pages a try, then you can click on give dynamic web pages a try and it will go across to dynamic web pages. You can of course enter directly the URL at demo.dynamicwebpages.co.uk. I'll travel fairly quickly around through this video. I'm aiming for about a 10-minute video, so you'll get a feel for what's available and what's possible to actually get a business application up onto the web. Now you can take an existing business application and port it up onto the web, or if you've got a new business idea, we can build directly from a data model. We can build a data model and build directly from that. So this is the logon screen, and this is the username and password, and you can build all the security, and that of course is important up on the web. Secure access to your application and to secure your business data. This system is it's actually using a small property management system, so it manages houses and flats with landlords, tenants, suppliers, for maintenance purposes, etc. So the concept in terms of getting a business application up onto the web, it really splits into three main areas: the database in the background, the business functionality, and the appearance on screen. The database in the background is fundamental in that you need to have the associated tables, fields, data in the background, and that is fundamental to building the business application and indeed running a successful business. The business functionality is all about how to add, insert, amend, delete data and access data on your business application. So with regard to dynamic web pages, these are the properties, so this lists the properties that are available. These are the contact, the people that you deal with, the landlords, the tenants. The system is all built dynamically, so I don't have a web page called properties, I don't have a web page called suppliers, or a menu called suppliers and then suppliers. They're all built dynamically, so that exactly the same functionality exists in all areas. So if you go on to properties, when you maintain the property, you need to be able to insert a property. You enter the details, you hit submit, and away you go. You need to be able to edit an existing property, so you can click the edit button and enter new fields on the right hand side. These are the current fields on the left hand side. You can delete an existing property, so if you delete the property, it deletes the property and all its associated data. And you can also view a property by simply linking or clicking on any of the fields within the record. So that gives you the ability to insert, amend, delete, inquire on properties, but the same functionality exists on contacts. So you've got all the insert of contacts, and it's using exactly the same functionality in screens to insert all the details associated with a contact. Similarly, editing an existing contact, same principle. So if we look at how to access the data, the data can be accessed in a number of ways, in that you can filter the data. So this is GSI expiry, which is a gas safety inspection. So if you wanted to look at the gas safety inspections that are due in June, you can filter it down, so just the safety inspections in June. So we have 7 gas safety inspections in June, and you can go into the detail directly from this. Okay. You can sort the data, so if you wanted to sort the data, this is current, let only, filtered data, so you've got a number of different selections here. So out of the 61 properties, we can list the ones that are just current, and if you want to have a look at that in ascending sequence, you can actually sort the property. So you've got listed all the records that are on a current status, and in ascending sequence. You can simply do it in descending sequence, or you could do a combination. If we just turn this sort off, we can drop this selection. You can clear the filter here with a little bin. So if we sort things in status sequence, so this gives you an ascending sequence. So this is all the current, so there's 40 odd in current. There's then let only and work in progress. So these in sequence, and if you click on property. That gives you all the property in the status sequence, followed by ascending sequence by property. So that gives you the ways of accessing and retrieving data. Yeah. The other thing is associated data. So if we take Beach Road as an example, Beach Road, here we have Beach Road. The landlord of Beach Road is David Black. The tenant is Brian Slowson. The action required is a move on the lounge plug sockets, and the rent required is, as you can see. And this can be extended and associated very quickly. I mean, it takes minutes to associate the data between the tables, provided the database has been designed correctly. The other thing that you can do when manipulating data, if for instance I've used here a mix of postcode and a more meaningful name. So if you know that Henry Avenue, which is landlord of Paul Stringer, Herbert Jefferson as tenant, we can take Henry Avenue, which is currently referenced by FG447YU, and we can actually change it. So if we go back to properties and we go back into the edit this property, now bearing in mind that there is a lot of associated data, and let's call this Henry Avenue or Henry Ave. We just submit this. Now in a lot of traditional systems you would not dare to do that. That's a key field that's got an association on data, but having now changed that to Henry Avenue, we go back into Henry Avenue and there we have it. Henry Avenue is landlord Paul Stringer, the tenant's name is Herbert Jefferson, and you can associate this this data. So the data moves with the key value. So you can also link directly from this. So if you want more details on Paul Stringer, you can click on landlords. This then can associate the landlord to the contact details, and you can see that Paul Stringer is a landlord. If you want to know whether Paul Stringer's got more than one house, you can go into contact details. You could filter on Paul Stringer. So here's Paul Stringer. We can select Paul Stringer and we can see that he actually owns a number of houses. So he's landlord of 5 houses. He's not one of our tenants, he's not one of our suppliers. But similarly, you can do exactly the same kind of style of functionality. If we go into perhaps supplier types, we can flip to the end, we look at our tradesmen. We can see all our tradesmen, and if we're looking at a particular type of tradesman, we can where have we gone? Oh, sorry, all happened before me. The tradesman. So here's the tradesman, and let's look at. So we're looking for tradesman. And we're looking for perhaps a plumber. You can see the plumber. So Peter White's our plumber, and you can see a bit more details on Peter White. Or if you wanted to check it, you knew someone but you don't know how you deal with them. You can then go into contacts. You can go into filters. You can go have a look for Peter White. So we can link from this onto Peter White, and we can find that Peter White, he's not a landlord, he's not a tenant, but he is a supplier, he's a plumber. So that just gives you an idea of how you can access and manipulate the data, how you can pull the data in, locate the data, etc. And all these things are done dynamically. So this is all built dynamically. So you can also change all this screen and all the styles and appearance, but I'll do that as a separate video. So if you'd like to talk about building a database and designing a database and with a new business idea, or to design a database from an existing system and porting it up onto the web, these are my contact details, paulbretherick.co.uk. So this is my address, phone number, etc. If you'd like to give me a call, that would be fine, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. So thanks very much for your time.